Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You might be a little bit confused on why I have the Red Bull can flipped around. There we go. But today I'm going to be looking at my very first fingerboard collection. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I will explain why I am wearing these in just a sec, but basically this video is just me looking at my very first fingerboard collection. So a lot of you guys just thought I kind of got into fingerboarding back in late 2020, which is kind of when I started making fingerboard videos for this YouTube channel. That's actually not when I started fingerboarding. In fact, I actually started back in 2016, and that was a very long time ago. So back in 2016, I was on YouTube, and then I just watched a video of somebody fingerboarding, and I actually didn't even know what was possible on a fingerboard until I saw that people can actually do real tricks with a fingerboard, and then I was immediately hooked. So then I've just used tech decks and stuff to try to do the things, but I really didn't know what the concept of like quality fingerboards were, so I thought everybody was kind of just using a tech deck and that was that. But I actually didn't really know that people buy like really high quality parts just to fingerboard. Until I bought a couple of these boards off Amazon, which are pretty junky, and now I actually like tech decks more than these. But these things are pretty cheap, so it's definitely pretty cool. And then my collection pretty much just grew from there. Now you guys might be asking yourself, why am I wearing ski goggles for a video? But no, it is not just for a video. I successfully made it 1 year and 36 days without a concussion. But now I have a concussion again. Back on December 12th, 2020, I had a pretty bad concussion. I was biking at Beeline Indoor Bike Park, and I was doing this one jump that I've done a lot of times, but I just didn't do it. So yeah, I died. But then I came back to life. But anyways, now I have another concussion from biking. I'll probably explain it in some other video. But yeah, my eyes are extremely light sensitive, and I have like 8 lights all set up around here. So I need to wear these just to protect my eyes. Protect it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We used to have one like there, but now we don't. So 6. But each one of these lights has 4 light bulbs in it. So do the math. Except for that one only has 2. Okay, now back to the video of actually going through some of my oldest fingerboards and kind of just bringing back some memories, you know? Okay, so the very first thing I have in my collection are these boards here. This is like as far back as I can possibly remember when I got my very first tech decks. I don't even know if this one is a tech deck, but this one is a tech deck. I'm actually pretty sure that I got this one slightly after, and I think this one might just be like a super old tech deck. Old as in like 2010? I don't know. All I remember is I was only about 4 or 5 when I got this, so I was pretty young. And then I seem to remember I got this when I was probably about 6, and I still have this. And I remember this board came with about 6 other ones, but I actually don't really know where those ones got to, but this one was my favorite out of all of them anyways, so this is kind of the only one that matters. Imagine having a barcode on a fingerboard. You can scan it if you want. I don't know what it'll do, but wait, let me just see what my phone says. I guess phones aren't able to do barcodes. They're able to do QR codes, but not a barcode. All right, if anybody has like a scanner for this, I'm actually really curious what will come up if you scan this. But this is one of like the older tech decks where it is super skinny. It is actually crazy how far tech decks have come. Like I remember when this was like the best thing you could get, kind of fingerboard related. Or not really fingerboard related, but just tech deck related. And now this Performance Series fingerboard is pretty much the best tech deck out there. Not the best fingerboard out there, but the best tech deck out there. I really wish tech deck kind of had these old graphics. Like, I kind of just like how simple they were. Not to say that this one isn't simple, but I kind of just like those like kind of raw like picture type graphics, I guess. But this board definitely holds a special place in my heart just because it was my very first board. I then got these 2 boards. These are just from like a dollar store, so you can barely take the wheels off, and it also has like a pin that goes in the wheels instead of a lock nut. See what I mean? Maybe this is what dynamic trucks use for the trucks. They just like steal the pins out of dollar store fingerboards and then put it in their trucks. Maybe, maybe not, probably not, definitely not. Next up, we have the paper fingerboard. Now, I made these pretty much back in 2017, and this is when I actually kind of started to get into fingerboarding. I would just experiment making them wider than the tech decks and just see how it goes from there. And then we move up to one step above that. actually a wooden fingerboard. This one here was my very first wooden fingerboard deck, and I've since just peeled the grip tape away and kind of just stripped it. But this is just one of those cheap fingerboards you buy off Amazon. Pretty much just like this. Actually, exactly like this. These fingerboards are definitely a massive upgrade, especially if you've only ever used something like this, because these don't have foam grip tape, they don't have bearing wheels, they don't have turnable trucks, whereas this actually does. Also, a quick side story. When I was a little kid, I thought that bushings in a skateboard actually made you pop up. I don't know why I thought that, but I just thought, oh, they're like kind of like rubbery things. They must like kind of squish down and like pop the board up for you. Big brain. Until I actually realized that that actually makes the board turn. But these fingerboards here are definitely what kind of jump-started me into actually getting into fingerboarding. And I actually used these things for about 3 years without actually getting a better fingerboard. And then from here, my next fingerboard was a teak tuning fingerboard, which I have now given away because I gave it away. It was kind of for a giveaway, kind of for not a giveaway. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I basically just gave away my only teak tuning deck. And I kind of regret that, but also now somebody else has it. Also around this time, I completely quit fingerboarding to pick up finger biking. Kind of actually though. I was like, screw fingerboarding. Finger biking is way easier and it's more fun. That was all because I just didn't feel like actually getting good at fingerboarding, and I just wanted to do the tricks on a fingerboard, whereas finger biking was just way faster to learn. But now I'm all right at fingerboarding, so now I can just fingerboard instead. Also, here's another paper fingerboard that I made, but I never ended up actually setting this up to a fingerboard. But I was just enjoying making fingerboards at this point. I didn't even care about fingerboarding. I just wanted to make fingerboards. Also, here's a finger bike that's in a bunch of parts right now. I am doing a project with this that I started like 4 or 5 years ago and just never finished. But yeah, I do still want to finish this project. Comment down below what you think it's going to be. I have all the parts taken apart, but I will put them all back together, but with some better parts. Also, this board isn't really that old, but this was pretty much my first ever Gripsion fingerboard. This board is pretty worn out. I did the junkyard fingerboarding, and there is some pretty hard rails on there. This grip tape is so dirty, and it's not even grippy anymore. And there's like prints of where I've worn it down, which is actually kind of surprising because I only really used this deck for maybe 4 months, and it's already this worn out. But yeah, yes, 4 months. But my fingerboard making skills have improved so much just since this one. I knew what I was doing, but it definitely wasn't near as high quality as I'm doing now. First board, and now I'm at about my 70th board. I'm gonna do like my oldest fingerboard that I remember. Kickflip Test? Nope. Why did they make boards this narrow? Like, compared to a real skateboard, this is even skinnier than that. Actually, it is pretty comparable, but I actually do think this is a little bit more skinny than a real fingerboard. Actually, these are pretty comparable, but still, why would you make it this narrow? Also, I got this actual skateboard deck for another video, but I just never got around to doing it, and now I just have an extra deck. Should I give it away? I know, I'll just keep this for once I wear out my current deck. I'm gonna do the kickflip test on the real board. Pretty close, but I haven't done a kickflip in months, so that is probably why I failed. The wheels though. So right here is my oldest fingerboard collection. and finger bike. Don't forget finger bike. Finger bike is important. Yo, I just noticed the shape of these trucks. Those are actually pretty nice, except for they're like 25 millimeter. My thumbnail is longer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a pretty simple video of showing my fingerboard collection. Not my entire collection, just my oldest collection. Also, I've been keeping busy making a bunch of fingerboards for a new drop, so stay tuned for when that comes out. It's gonna be any day now. Go follow my social medias in the description down below, especially my Discord and the Fingerboard Instagram, because then you will not miss out on this drop. Or maybe you might, depending on how fast they sell out. But that pretty much wraps up this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully pretty soon I can take off the tinted stuff so I can actually live my life. Everything looks so bright. There we go. But thanks for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. It would make me happy while I have a concussion. One video down there, another one down there. Social medias are in the description down below, and I will see you in my next video.